And you have to care and value and respect this profession. I remember 20 years ago, my high school principal said to me, Marjorie, why are you wasting your life on hairdressing? Because that was the true perception 20 years ago. Mama didn't know what else to do with her daughter, so she sent her to learn how to cut hair until a man came along and married her and took care of her for the rest of her life. And that's the truth. But because you work with your hands, it doesn't mean you're unintelligent. A heart surgeon, he works with his hands. A dentist works with his hands. And us hairdressers, we work with our hands. But when you unite the passion that's in your hands, your heart, and your head, we create something absolutely spectacular every single day. And in caring for your profession, the U.S. government now recognizes and respects our industry. They've put into place, thank you. The government has put in place a training program for hairstylists called Cutting Out Domestic Violence. And that's to help hairdressers recognize and identify signs and symptoms of domestic abuse in their clients. They value the relationship between hairdresser and client as one of trust, confidence, and caring. And do you know that 3 out of 5 women sitting here today will at some point in your lives experience domestic abuse? I am one of those 3 women. And I stand before you today because I was silent, and I shall be silent no more. Last week I met 2 wonderful women, Rosie and Magali, who not only survived but are thriving after a life of domestic violence. Please, everyone, join me in hearing their story. Thank you.
So now it's to be said, not every 9 seconds a woman is hit. Then it is also said that 3 of every 5 women will be abused in their lifetime. And of those women abused, 3/4 will be by someone they know, a partner, a friend, not by a stranger. Like many times it's thought that maybe a rapist or something. That happens in the least of the scenarios. The common theme is somebody that she knows. And if there is one thing that gets affected in all these, circle of domestic violence and all these dynamics, is your self-esteem. when somebody tells you that you're stupid. Many times you end up believing that you're stupid. Somebody tells you you're too ugly, too skinny, too fat, whatever it is, you end up believing it. But just because, let's say, a woman is a professional, is very smart, and has her own money and everything, doesn't mean that she is not a candidate for domestic violence. Or, let's say, in a higher status, if I leave this situation, my children will not be able to go to that great private school that they're in. Maybe they won't be able to, have all the doors that they have now to education and to entertainment and to other things.
He started to punish me, to push me, no more than that at the start, but always told me bad words, making me feeling bad. In his psyche, I don't know, after he treated me bad, he tried to come and say, okay, I'm sorry, and
make it up through.
Yeah, sure. And he, like 3 or 4 times, he forced me to have sex with him after this. He locked me in the door for like 2 days.
He locked you in your house for 2 days?
Yes, we used to live, and I really felt myself very, very low, very insecure, and I very lonely. Actually, one time I tried to finish with my life. I take many drops for sleep, a sleep drop.
Sleeping pills.
Sleeping pill.
So you tried to end your life?
Yes, because I didn't, I say, well, where is the exit? There is no exit for this situation, because wherever I go, wherever I do, he follow me, he's behind me, and not only me, but behind my family, my dad.
When did the abuse start?
It started when I was 7 months pregnant of our daughter. That was the first time, and I got pregnant a month after we got married, so it was in the first year of marriage. I was in the bed, and I was really, really huge, and I can't forget, because he never did that before, and I was really upset because my grandma had died in my country, and I was sad, and I was really sad because he didn't say I'm sorry. So I was fighting for that. I was claiming that he didn't say that. So he got upset, and when we were in bed, he kicked me, and in my stomach, my tummy. So that was like a shock for me, because he never did that, and because our daughter was there. So that was the first time, and then after that, it continued throughout the 10 years that we were living together. Worst memories, mostly because after he hit me, he blamed me, and but when we live in one house that we bought, I can't swim, so we were fighting before, and then our daughter was a baby. She had 3 years. She was 3 years old, so she went to sleep, and we went to the pool, and he tried to drown me in the pool. So that's one of the worst. She was 3 years old. Now she's almost 11. Another that I can think of is that he always hit me with his fist in my head, so he wouldn't leave any mark.